Greetings, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's live. It's noon. This must be Wilsonville Live at Noon. I'm Kevin O'Malley, your Wilsonville Chamber of Commerce CEO. We offer you to sit down, take a virtual seat. If you're watching this on recording later, we thank you. Very proud today to have Gladys Boutwell with us from Insurance by Design. Gladys is a longtime ambassador supporter. She's out there helping us spread the word about the importance and value of Chamber. In fact, she is a Ambassador of the Year award. So Gladys, the business name, Insurance by Design. Welcome. Tell us about Insurance by Design. Very cool name. Where'd it come from?
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for having me today. I'm very excited to be here. Well, the name Insurance by Design came about because part of what I do is that I help business owners figure out what is it that they need. So everything is designed specifically for them and their staff. And I try to simplify things. And so that's why I'm designing it in a way that makes it easy for them to understand, to see what they need and fulfill their needs.
So on a personal note, the Chamber has had you as a ACE agent for us. And that's exactly what you do. You help try to simplify it and give the options. When you think about COVID right now, and if somebody's watching this later, we're in August of 2020. We're still in a COVID world where we're being careful and being safe and not gathering. But for your business, which we like to ask our owners, your business and your clients, what's COVID happening and what's the impact right now as it relates to insurance and employee benefits particularly?
So business owners are trying to find ways to protect their employees, attract for those that had to let go. Sometimes they're trying to re-attract their previous staff. Okay. For those that are there, they're trying to engage them. And one of the ways that they can do that is by providing employee benefits. Because if an employee sees that, hey, I can get benefits here, that's even if they're making a little bit less in the dollars, they're making it up in a way that's tax-free to them because they're not paying for that portion of the benefits.
Well, that's a real interesting point because as many employers are looking right now at the pressures of a recession and wages may not be able to be increased, employee retention is always important. And in a time right now where the folks that you're keeping are critically important because you don't probably have a lot of extra staff, most every business. Employee retention is really important. So I noticed on your website you had a 101 ways little tip sheet. What's that all about?
So employee benefits is more than just medical and dental insurance. It really includes a lot of different things. So with that little tip sheet, it's 101 ways to attract and retain quality staff. Essentially, how do you engage? And so it'll have 15 minutes of fun. It can have idea of the month. It could be that the dry cleaning is picked up, pet insurance. So it really can be a plethora of different ways for all budgets that business owners can give to their employees and say, hey, this is a form of employee benefits. And it is, when you look at the dollars attached to it, it can be a part of the total compensation package.
Okay. So the employee benefits of the health insurance that you mentioned are obviously a core part of your expertise and professional training, but you provide as part of Insurance by Design the other things to say, hey, employee retention is employee benefits, which include a lot of things in addition to medical insurance. So when you think about what's happening, COVID, is it having any impact on new ways that you're doing business and working with clients?
Absolutely. A lot of things changed. With some employers, they did lose staff. And so they were able to possibly maintain, maybe not. There were some clients that said, you know what, less business, I can't afford this. So some of them, we had to close off. With others, it's been negotiating with the insurance carriers where they were not forcing or they weren't terminating the businesses for not paying. Now they're starting back up. So now it's catch up. They have time until September in order to catch up with the previous premiums that were owed, as well as now everything is online. So all the face-to-face that I used to have now, it's all through Zoom. So my meetings are Zoom. I'm doing a lot of videos. Yep. And it's great because I will still do the video very specific to that business, and I will be pointing to something, and then I'll look at it and I'll go, oh yeah, wait, it's the number is this. The little goofball things that I would do during the orientation, I leave it in the video because that's my personality, and I want them to know this is who you're going to work with when you call me. This is what you're going to get.
Shaking the hand. Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Virtual high five.
Yep.
You know, when you think about health insurance cost, which is obviously a factor for every small or medium-sized business, beyond the monthly, that's paid. Obviously, that's what most businesses are driving at. But can you talk about your process and how you kind of look at that with the business to try to figure out, okay, it's this deduct. I mean, there's so many moving parts anymore. It's just like, and they all have their different names for their programs. How do you approach that when you I guess you sit down with somebody and how does it actually work? How does the process work?
It's meeting with the business owner, getting to understand their business. What do they need? What do they want? What does their staff need? What does their staff want? Is it a specific hospital system? Are there particular dentists or particular providers that they need? Are they going to be utilizing it for surgeries? Are there pregnancies? Or do they just want to stay healthy and have something that's protecting them? Do they want telemedicine? Those are all the different questions I ask so that I can figure out what is it that's important. Do we add vision? Do we add alternative care, the chiropractic, acupuncture, massage? That's going to help keep them healthy. Do they need an employee assistance program? All those different things are things that I look at and saying, okay, which are the carriers that provide these things that they need? Or are they looking for a business write-off? Because whatever they're spending, it's a write-off. But there's also what's called a SHOP plan, which it's through the federal marketplace. But what employers can access is for very specific plans. They can get up to 50% if they're a for-profit, or up to 30% if they're a nonprofit, of a tax credit of what they've contributed at the end of the year. And it's for very specific plans if they choose these. And so they're paying less taxes because of the write-off. They now have a tax credit at the end of the year. And because whatever the employee pays is pre-tax dollars, that means the employee pays less taxes, which means the employer also pays less taxes. So it's kind of a, hey, this is a way to really bring down taxes. As an employer said to me, he said, I paid $30,000 in taxes last year. I figure, why pay all that money to the government when I can put part of it towards my employees, spend $12,000. I'm still going to spend $30,000 in total, but now I provided benefits to my employees. I now have something that's going to attract and retain them. And actually, he's probably going to pay less because his taxes are less, because now he has a write-off. Now he has pre-tax dollars that are less. So he saw it as a way of same dollars, different bucket.
Yeah, and it's the win from the employer standpoint, and the biggest win is that if you keep happy employees, and benefits are an important part of that, and they're tough to get. And if you can get if you can drive a relevant, meaningful benefit and save some tax money, that's kind of a win-win-win all the way around. Well, Gladys, when folks want to reach out and have a conversation or ask you some questions, we've got a phone number up on the screen. We've got email, all of the above. Tell us about the Calendly. What happens there? They can set a time with you?
Yes. So Calendly will actually look at my calendar and will block off. It will show my available time. So when a business owner is looking at booking time with me, they say, okay, so instead of the back and forth email, these are the three options that they can look, and they can go a week out, 2 weeks out, even a month out, and say, okay, I'm going to book 30 minutes with Gladys. I'm available on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. She's available Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Book it. They can choose if they want to do Zoom or if they want to do a phone call. They will get a reminder. So they will get a calendar invite, and they will have the Zoom meeting link. They will get a 24-hour reminder. They will get an hour before reminder, and they can also get a text message reminder that, hey, this meeting is coming up. So that way we stay in touch. If they realize you know what, I can't make it, they can go in, reschedule, and it'll put it on the
Great.
new time.
Better than even the doctor's scheduling system. So trying to make it easy to get all those important questions answered.
Yep.
Gladys, we thank you for stepping in today and sharing the good work that you're doing. If anybody's got questions, they know how to reach you. We appreciate your ambassador role, and you have a good rest of the week.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, y'all.